Hello, this is Red Crepe Myrtle, and this is turn 4 of my Senate Rome Total War campaign. In the first 3 turns, I captured 2 cities, eliminated the Julii faction, and have brought my finances into a state of equilibrium or close to it. Let's see what happens on turn 4. The Gauls are looking a little aggressive, and I can't get a trade agreement. Let's keep trying. And I do want to take Segesta this turn. Okay, so I have a little bit of money. It shows me running a slight deficit.
Sir, I shall speak with them at once.
Let's just go with trade rights for money and forget about the maps. Ask for 1,000. Well, at least they're talking. No, we will not give you money. I want you to give me money. Even a little bit. Even 500. I'll take it because I had a feeling I'm not going to get much more than that, if anything. Let's move up here. You guys need to move into Rome. And I really need to get ready to attack down there. I think they have 2 generals here. That's 1. I want another general before I make that attack. And for, what was that? That's a Gallic spot. I'm going to want a general here. I'm going to use my smaller one and those guys. That should be plenty to use against this city. Make sure this city can make sure. What is that? They were hiding. Okay. That complicates things. So I'm going to war against the Gauls sooner than I really would have liked to. But I don't see that I have any choice.
Attack! Victory! Ready to ambush. Prepare for battle.
Cavalry and a couple war bands. Try to get my cavalry on the general side of the enemy cavalry unit this time. Just right there is the enemy general. This is a big unit. Well, it's not a terribly strong unit. I think they're probably a little better than Equites, although worse disciplined. Maybe not that close. I want to get close enough that the Pila and Javelins start flying. Apparently that's not close enough yet. A little bit closer. Stop. That should do it. Yeah, they're hitting that guy. Should be hammering him pretty good. Instant rout. That's what I like to see. That unit routed. They must have been the ones getting the bulk of the Gila and so on. One back, we had a few left for you, not much. Why don't you run onto our infantry? We'll get a good charge on you. And route
The
you.
enemy general flees. Press forward so the spirit of his
Go
army
chase.
is broken
Go hit
too.
those guys.
The gods be praised. The enemy
And
general
go
is
after those
dead.
guys.
His men know their doom
We're probably
approaches.
not going to catch that infantry, so
The enemy show their
I mean
true
that
virtue.
cavalry.
They are not soldiers, only
only a
frightened
few of them.
rabbits running from our
Okay.
men.
Doesn't look to me like we took too many casualties. 3%. That's about as good as it gets.
This is a heroic victory, worthy of Roman arms.
Well, we had them pretty heavily outnumbered. And definitely outclassed. So we end up losing 11 guys. Not bad. And now do I still have movement points to take Segesta? Really want to, because I want to get to the point of starting to make money. So what we got here. Path locked. 4. And we got a command point.
General! Prepare for
Excellent.
battle. Besieging settlements, sir.
This is a warband and peasants. Let's see what we got here.
Units! Units!
This should be the warband. Not surprisingly, they will head for the town square. Town's a little better developed than it is on the first turn. That looks a little awkward. What's going on there? Looks like my infantry is a little bit scrunched. So let's straighten them out. And get these guys a little bit ordered. And group them. Bring up the general. Spread these guys out. Spread these guys out. Thank you. We'll regroup them and move them up here. Nice and close. Stop. Okay, they'll attack the Triari. That leaves everybody free to throw things, which is fine. And they're going after the peasants. It's okay. Everything has to be killed. Peasants are melting away. Warband's not doing too well. Get over there. You get over there.
The enemy general flees. Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too.
Shouldn't be much left by now.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not.
That's ended. Oh well, there are quite a few
Rome will
left.
be amazed at such a victory. The day is ours.
Okay, we lost some Triari. That's unfortunate. Might have been better to not put the tree army in the front. Well, it would have been better not to put the tree army in the front rank. Okay, Segesta is a small place, so I will occupy it.
Settlement captured.
There's about 900 people. A few more. Excellent. And so that will give us an additional income each turn of looks like around 700 or 750, and that's with a poor harvest. Okay, those guys are done. I don't need a general there.
Move out.
This guy may actually, these guys may serve a purpose because they kind of block this town from Gauls. So I'm wondering, you know, they may be helping me.
Sir.
So we'll move you around there.
General.
And I need to move you back to Rome so you can get fixed up. And I believe these guys are all done. Yeah, no movement for them. Diplomat moved. Move them, move them. The question I have now is, do I want to go down here and attack these guys? Which is 7 units, but they have 2 generals with
General. Sir.
a slightly better army. And I don't think I need to. They don't seem to be doing much. And I'd rather wait 1 turn and take 2 generals and a bigger army. So I will do that. So let's work on cities. Go to and Rome. Almost got the archery range. Just gonna retrain those 2 guys. I get the spy this turn. Oh, I can get an assassin. Don't really want one. Segesta. What do I need here? Walls, because I'm at war with the Gauls. Minimum. A diplomat. Radium. And I'm out of money. That's actually okay. So this is the end of turn 4. I now have 4 cities in my little empire. Everything looks to be in order. Doing as much as I can with respect to construction and recruitment. I am ready to march south to take the southern half of Italy. See what happens. I am also at war with the Gauls, since they decided to put an army between me and Segesta. They brought it on themselves. And I start with a little bit more money, so I'm running a little bit of a profit. That's good. Have my archery range done. This game has been moving fast, so I haven't really talked about editing. But eventually, as the game goes along, I will be editing each turn more and more, cutting out the times where I have to sit and think about what I want to do. Basically that sort of thing.
Your Honor.
Okay, so we better look at what we have. We have the Factionaire and 4 Hastati. So they've basically recruited 2 Hastati since the first turn. And that might be I think it is an additional recruitment. So let's get this army down there.
General.
That's right, I can't recruit Nutriari yet.
March.
Mercenary Samnite? Nah.
Prepare for battle.
Can't get into the city.
Settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir. Prepare for battle.
So let's attack him.
Off the siege.
That creates a drawout and gives me the opportunity to take the city now if I destroy both armies, kill both generals. That's a big task, but it's certainly possible. Let's see what happens. That saves a siege and the messiness of a city battle where it's hard to maneuver around and gain advantage, and you often take heavy casualties.
Those overly proud.
Not to say that field battles can't also have heavy casualties, so they certainly can. And my Terrari in the back, and I think I will leave them there. And I don't have any velites with this army. But that's okay. And they are generals in Hastati. So let's put those guys off to the side and let them be general killers. And use my infantry to fix the attention of, whoops, the other Roman infantry.
The enemy have brought up more men.
And they are behind me. They're over there. Tricky of them. Okay. A smaller general unit, that's good. There's no reason to be in a hurry, let's just slow down. What are they doing? Speed up the game. Bring my units up closer. They can stop there. Slow down the game. Move my generals out of Pila range, because that's what they're going to do, and they've already thrown some. And get them around here and attack that general. Okay, they did put some hits down. Let's rally. And hopefully we'll kill that general right off and get my army moving. If we did not kill that general right off, let's get out of there. I do not want to get involved with this study. That's not to my advantage. That's not what my generals are for. My generals are for doing that. That is to my advantage. Now these guys are going to attack those guys.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear
And
makes a
then
home
we
in
will
our
attack
enemy's
the enemy
hearts.
infantry from behind. And they will rout.
The enemy army is in flight! Pursue them and
And then
drive
I'll
them
turn
from the
my infantry
battlefield!
around and set it up for the other army. Okay, that went well. I don't think we took too many casualties, 4%, not bad. But this is the bigger army. But we're in good shape. More Hastati and a bigger general. One reason for moving up is to make things happen a little more quickly. Where's my other general? Oh, he's down there. Let's get him up here.
Units! Move! Move!
This is the one that's empty, that one. Once again, they're coming for my generals. I like to do that, so pull them over here this way. That way they'll run into my pila and javelins for my other guys. And I get my generals around here. Hurry so they can help in the fight. Because right now you guys aren't doing anything. Get busy. Routing soldiers. Get in there. Kill their general. Somebody's routing, better be the enemy.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed!
Good.
Fear makes a home in our
Get out of
enemy's
there.
hearts!
Back. Okay, route them. Okay, they're already routing, but there may be somebody else there. Okay. Next. Those guys. Are they all routing? Not quite.
The
They are now.
gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are
Even
full
Roman
of
armies
fear,
have
now they
difficulty
flee.
standing up once the general is dead. Sometimes the human-controlled armies will. It's pretty much rarer for AI-controlled armies to do that. You guys are good. You guys are good. You can chase them down. Who's that? No, it's our guys. No point chasing them. We'll go after him. Those guys can't catch him. Now let's finish this. Oh, a lot more casualties from that second larger army.
This is a heroic victory, worthy of Roman arms!
And I would say my generals have picked up some experience. They must have done that earlier.
Victory! Imperator!
We get the city?
Prepare for battle! Victory!
Now,
Settlement captured!
I think I don't have a general in Rome. And I have a general in Segesta. And I think I have a general in Iridium and not Ariminum. And that is good enough for enslavement. And I don't need to exterminate for money, although this is a good chunk of money. I think I'm in good shape with enslavement now. And let's see what my cities look like. Rome's up to 9,000, but I think that's because of previous actions. And Ariminum, Segesta, definitely got a bunch of people, and Capua had a bunch of people. So they had a huge population. They were at, they were at almost 6,000 people. So here, talking 1,500 people in the Segesta, 1,500 people there. Excellent. So those cities now have nice populations, and that's a good thing for Segesta because I can start building interesting things there, like a port. So I'll start on that. That was my agent. Keep moving, my agent. Gotta have to remember to be aggressive and keep moving. 6 units in that army, 2 generals there, and only 1 there. And that is all the case. They have gone across and attacked a town. So really I have been building a pretty good army, and there is of course another Scipii city over here. So we haven't eliminated the Scipii.
Orders?
I have to think about how I'm going to do this. There. Those 2 units will go back. We're fixing up actually all 3 of them, because if I retrain this as starting there, I'm not sure that it will retain all of its blacksmith characteristics, if it has blacksmiths. And of course by now I don't know which ones have and which ones haven't. What is this? This is my diplomat. And I sent 1 diplomat that way, so I will send this diplomat this way.
At once. Awaiting your command.
Germans are up here somewhere.
At
Go find them.
once. Moves depleted, sir.
What is this?
Can I be of
Okay, that's my diplomat. That's a Scipii diplomat, don't care about him. And that's a general in an army.
Sir! Orders? Imperator! Imperator? General! Orders?
I'll leave the Triari back, because I can't replace their losses
Out
yet.
of move, sir.
Let me check that for sure. Right. And now we can recruit archers when I get through moving. Okay, the general is here, not here. For my population increase. The people went into our minimum, not iridium. You go there.
Sir!
Probably this way.
Forward! Moves depleted, sir!
I guess there's just enough movement to move up and to attack a city if it's infantry, not enough to move into the city. How about moving this army?
Imperator! Imperator!
It's not going anywhere. Okay, I think I'm done with movement for this turn then. Move my agent.
At your service.
Move my diplomats. Move my armies. So ready for city management. And Capital's happy, has a nice big army. None of the other cities are, because I moved the guys out. Okay. I have 2,000 denarii. I want to do something in Rome. I need to retrain a unit, that's important. That has started. I don't want to retrain there. I want to retrain him.
General! Imperator!
back in Rome. I don't think I can move them one. That's enough.
Sir.
Port. And study. Segesta, no units are minimum, no. Iridium. A little bit too soon to be buying ships. Don't need ships yet. Rome. Archer. Ballistas is very tempting. Very tempting. You say no temple is possible? Now that's very interesting. Something I never realized. The Senate does not get any temples. Huh. That's odd. I would think that they would have all of the Roman gods available. But it's none of them. So is there anything I can build in Rome? I can build a port, but that means doing less of something else. I really need to build sewers. I need 800 denarii. The port and capital will have to wait while I build sewers for Rome. Already. That is the end of turn 5. Let's see what happens on turn 6. I mentioned in turn 1 that I was partially inspired to do this campaign based on a YouTube series I saw somebody else. Well, I didn't watch the whole series, I watched part of the first video. And that person's strategy was to evacuate Rome and move to Carthage, and they wasted a whole bunch of turns getting to Carthage and sitting in Carthage and losing money and getting deeper and deeper into debt. And by turn 5, I've expanded to 5 cities, and they were, I think, maybe they'd conquered Carthage and they hadn't done very much. That sort of strategy, not a winning strategy in my opinion. I mean you can win with it, but it's a slow, agonizing campaign in my opinion.
Engage the enemy.
More hidden Gauls. They like to be sneaky, don't they? Okay, there's a general and 3 war bands. I'm a great believer since I got back to playing Rome last summer of 2014,
Today we go to battle against the Gauls.
and seeing some videos by Legend of Total War and some other people who are not as well known, that the way to play this game is aggressively. Maybe not a pure blitz strategy where you're just wiping out everything in sight. I try not to play that way. But an aggressive strategy that expands the empire from the very beginning. There's really no reason to just mess around. Doesn't do anything for you, and just gives the AI the time to build bigger armies, so you end up fighting massive battles everywhere you go. And even when you play aggressively, it's not going to be too long before I'm going to start facing larger and larger armies. And I happen to like these smaller battles. You can actually see what's going on. You have a little bit more control, and it's just more fun. Looks like they've got hidden units, but they're probably hidden here and here, so they're not really very hidden. So I'll move you to the side a bit. Get my army up to here. Maybe about here. Looks about right. Speed up the game while this is going on. There's one hidden unit, there's the other. How about that? Oh, now they're all hidden. Spooky. Okay, let's slow this down to normal speed. And you guys move up a little bit. That's probably enough. And you guys can throw. And you can attack him. Worry more about this than anything else.
The gods be praised!
Okay,
The
I'll
enemy
stop
general
that
is
command.
dead. His men know their doom approaches.
A little bit worried there. I guess they've got one unit that has gone into melee combat, so let me get around here, around there, and they're routing, so, but I can always chase them down, and put my army up front, move it up, while my general chases the router. And I think they're all routing, so I'll spread my general into loose formation. Well, the one is not, so we'll have to watch out for him. You guys chase him.
The god! Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clearly
That was
our
pretty good. I thought
victory.
my general got another tick mark.
Victory! Ambush in place. Orders? Attack!
Oh,
Besieging
excellent.
settlement, sir.
Really? Okay.
Settlement under siege, sir.
A little surprised by that.
General.
Something I saw Legend of Total War make a point of was merge from stronger to weaker. And I think that's because of the way it doesn't make this unit worse, but it might make that unit better sort of effect, rather than merging from weaker to stronger, which doesn't improve the weaker one and dilutes the stronger one. He made a point of that in a couple videos, so I thought, aha, try to do that and understand why it's a good idea.
General. General.
Did I just like move the wrong guy or something? Oh, I wanted him here because I wanted stronger units towards the south. Well, let's see if he's the blacksmith. He is not, so I'll let him stay there and get blacksmith. And I'll move these guys
Sir!
to the south.
March!
Move those guys to Rome.
Forward!
And
Orders? Sir! Imperator!
these guys can head down here. I think they'll be able to handle themselves if
No more moves, sir.
At your
Broody I
service.
attack.
Spine.
Good. They do have 2 generals, but a small force and a larger force without generals. If they merge that into one force, that could be a problem. That's kind of aggressive for the AI. Those guys have moved, move there. You don't have any moves that I want you to make. You're okay. You're okay. Diplomats,
Can I be of service?
you can move.
At once. No more moves, sir. Can I be of
You
service?
can look for Germans.
Without delay.
There's some Germans.
I shall speak with them at once. Out of moves.
There might have been a German diplomat. I didn't notice him till too late. Might have been a Britain diplomat also. Oh, time. Okay, time to check on towns. Do the public order. I am always adjusting taxes. Tax management is very important to me. Maximize income almost all the game. I emphasize high taxes rather than high growth because high taxes is quick money. For example, this city's growing 5.5%, bringing in 928. If I reduce taxes to low, I'm getting 250 less denarii per turn, and it's growing an extra 30 people per turn, and 30 people is not going to bring me a lot of money. Just not going to. Okay. Retraining existing units has to take a priority with me. Especially retraining in Rome. And that's, we get another archer. I like archers. Segesta's building town thing. Capua. Could use a port. Let's look at the economic impact here of a port there. Trade 38 to 232, definitely that's 200 a turn. Easily a good investment. Really should check on investments before making them. Got 1,000 left. A trader at this point is probably not that good. 235 to 257, that's not that much. 20 for something that costs 600, not a good investment yet. I don't think traders are that great until you maybe get a larger empire or have more large cities. That trader does almost nothing, whereas a port does 50 to 70. So even a port here is not a particularly good deal. Recruiting an archer there. I could recruit a ship there, but still I don't really need ships. Arminum, dogs. Oh, Equites. It's a time for that. Got a little money left. Yeah, peasant to have somebody so I can get that military unit out of there. And Capua. A peasant, same reason. Don't particularly like recruiting peasants, but they are cheap. Upkeep. What about Town Watch? I'll just go with the peasants. I don't anticipate them ever being needed. But you have to have somebody in the town. No, you don't have to, it's a good idea. There are sometimes rebels that will attack cities. It's very rare, but I have seen it. You might as well get a peasant there. Alrighty. And that's another quick moving turn. We're just storming through this game. I think that's 6 turns. Any questions or comments, please leave them on YouTube, and thank you for watching.